Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So I really felt like I owed you guys two more looks with the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. So here she is. You know, I did a first impression video already and that is up on my channel, and I did one look with it. But as of lately, I've been trying to do like 3 palettes, 1 look, so you guys can see the versatility in the palettes. So this is one of the looks, so you can see how I got this look today, and then I'm gonna have another look for you. So just a few details of the palette in case you haven't seen the first video. This is what the palette looks like. I think it's so beautiful and beautiful. What is that? I think it's so beautiful, and I've really been enjoying this palette. Ever since I've gotten this palette, I have been using it nonstop, literally every day. I kid you not. I'm not lying to you. I have had a chance to play with all the shades in here, and I'm thrilled, and I'm really loving this palette. So it comes with a nice big mirror right here. You can see, yeah, my whole setup right there. And then this is the shades in the palette, and then once you turn it on the back, you have little holes where you can puncture, not little holes where you can puncture, but you got little holes where you can pop out the shadows because they're magnetized in here, and you can put them in your own C palette. So if you're not aware, the palette actually retails for $65. It's available now at Sephora, Beautylish, NatashaDenona.com, or any place that basically sells Natasha Denona. So if you're wondering why it's $65, because Natasha Denona has come to her senses apparently and is giving the people what she wants, meaning that she has dropped the product size and given us a lower price point. So like I said, she has made this a smaller size palette because this is the original. This is the gold palette. I showed this before. You can see the size. So the size of these shadows is about 2 grams. Open it up so you can see it for scale. 2 grams right here. And then as you see, this is about 1.5 grams, let's say. So you definitely get plenty of shadow in the day and the age of shadow palettes coming out every 5 minutes, 1 a day. We're not paying these shadows because we're buying them too often. At least I know I am. So let's go ahead and get into the looks, and I will have some final thoughts about this palette in a review for you once we finish. Oh, so I just wanted to show you guys around now. Like, so my shirt, it says, work out, make money, drink wine. And I have done none of that today. I think I made some money only because I had like an approved day off of work. Only because I had to go to the doctor in the middle of the day for my leg. So I assume maybe I made some money today. I'm not drinking wine, but I am drinking kombucha out of my little pineapple cup. And this is the bubbly rosé flavor, and this is by Health Aid. It's super good. It's so good. And this is my little pineapple cup. I got this from Target. Isn't it cute? Okay, so on to the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the first look. My eyelids are primed using the Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer in shade Butterscotch, and the other makeup details will be down below in the description box. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to start with my Wayne number 16 brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade called Morgan right here. This shade is so pretty. Been loving it. And I'm just going to put that in the transition area. Up through the crease. And I love that this shade actually shows up. Like most shades like this, you could just forget about it. Okay, now switching brushes, going in with the shade Jasper. Beautiful burnt orange color right there. Tapping off the excess, just gonna run this in the actual crease. And these mattes, they blend so seamlessly. I mean, honestly. Then on that same brush, I just wiped it off. This is that Sonia G Crease Pro. Going in with a little bit of clove. And I'm going to focus this on the outer V. And then I'm just gonna kind of blend it in. They just fuse in so nicely together. It's wonderful when the crease just sets up like that. Now changing brushes, going in with my Sonia G, and this is the Builder Pro. I'm going to go in with this shade Phlox, and I absolutely love this shade. Get a good amount on the brush, and we're going to put this all over the lid. And I'm just patting it on and then kind of smoothing it out, and it goes on so easily. You do not have to wet it. I love this color. Do you see it? It is like fire. It is like a spitting image of the container or the cover of the palette. Putting that shade right there into the inner crease area as well. Now going in with the Sonia G pencil brush, going to pick up the shade Azalea right here. Now this shade is a little bit more crystalline, so I might wet it and tap off the excess. And I'm just gonna pop a little bit right there because this just gives it like a little extra glitter finish. Okay, right there. Boom. Going back, Builder Pro, making sure that Phlox shade is totally even. And we're looking good. Okay, I am back, and this is look number 1 with the palette. Oh, I love it. So this look I did not do for you guys, but when I did my first impression video, I had wore this look earlier that day, and I was like, this is a look that I definitely have to come back and show everybody once I get a chance to play with the palette some more, because it is so simple. I mean, that Phlox shade, it just comes to life in the bit of mattes. You know, you don't even have to wet it. You see how easy it applies. The mattes just work in nice, so you can set your crease up, and then you get the little pop of shimmer with Azalea. And then I do have on this bold red lip. It's like a corally orangey red lip, and this is called Hot Mess. This is by the Lip Bar. Great brand. You should definitely check them out, okay? So this is look number 1. Let me know what you think. I love it. Okay, I'm back, ready for more fun. Eyelids are primed with the Too Faced Multi Sculpting Concealer in shade Butterscotch. Starting with my Sonia G Blender Pro, going in with the shade Morgan. Just throwing that up in the transition area. And I threw it up there too. I was like, oh, okay, we just gonna go high with it, huh? So I didn't mean to go that high with it, but it's okay. It'll be all right. It will be okay. I'm just gonna make sure that's well blended out, since I just like threw that shade up there. Like, okay. If you hear a lot of noise, there's a lot of rustling in my building. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Go sit down someplace. I'm filming. How dare you? Just blending that out. I am now taking a Wayne number 17 brush, going in with the shade Jasper right here. And I'm just going to put this under where we had the shade Morgan. And this is a smaller tapered brush, so I don't cover everything up. Just going to blend those two in together, going back and forth with windshield wiper motions. And notice my colors are going more upwards, okay? I'm not coming in this way like I usually do. Okay, wiping off that brush, staying with that same brush, going with the shade Glory. Looks like this, so pretty. Just gonna put that right there in the crease and fade it in with this shade Jasper. Going in with a little bit more glory, I want to intensify that. Blend that out. And it's getting lighter when we come into this area. And staying a lot more dark and defined on the outer V area. Wiping off that brush, going back in with just a little bit more of Jasper. Just gonna add where I felt like we lost a little bit of that shade. And it's a beautiful, just burnt orange shade. And I wanted to make sure that it shows up. Taking my Wayne number 18 brush, going in with the shade Clove. I'm going to pat this on the outer corner. And make sure it fuses with that outer corner right there. And into the crease. Now going in with a little Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer. And I have a flat eyeshadow brush from Color to Rain. Looks like this. I am going to pick up a little bit of the concealer and we're going to kind of fold cut the crease. But I'm just really giving the shadow just a little extra something to stick down to, because I'm going to put a matte shadow right there. And I'm just patting it. And I'm just going to kind of really make sure it's even right there. Putting some in that inner area. Going back with that same number 18 brush by Wayne Goss. Going back in with the shade Clove. Just gonna pat a little bit extra of that shadow right there. Just any that we lost from when we added that concealer in. Now taking my Builder Pro, going in with the shade Carmelian. Oh my goodness. This shade's so pretty. And I'm just gonna tap that over that tacky concealer. And when you pat, you get maximum pigmentation versus sweeping across the eye. I'm just picking up and tapping. Wiping off that brush, going in now with the shade Morning. Just like a nice eggplant color. I'm just gonna put that right in the inner corner. I was like looking, I was like, do I have fallout? I think I do have a little bit of fallout, but it's okay. And I'm just gonna fuse the two colors together so it's seamless. So it doesn't look like, oh, dark and then a light color. And then I'm going to kind of sleep it up here so it meets in the crease well. It is definitely time to get our blend on. I got my Sonia G Blender Pro. I'm just going to make sure this is blended. Right here we have these two shades. Then I'm going to fix the blending out here. Get it more than a V shape. Pull that out. And remember how I told you I went way too far up when I took the first shade. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix this. I'm going to smooth that part out first. So I'm going to go in with my concealer once again, making sure I wiped off that brush. This is that Color Rain eyeshadow brush, picking up just a tiny bit of concealer, just about that. And I'm going to like run this under the brow bone, because it will like just think of it like you sketching out your eyebrow. But don't go too far in your eyebrow, making your eyebrow look crazy. And see how this concealer just goes a long way. taking it under the whole brow, okay? Now I'm just gonna like pat it out. I'm gonna wipe off the brush to get any excess I have. So I definitely did not mean to go in that high with that first shade. I was like, but I told you I'll be all right. So this is how you fix stuff. Now I'm just going to blend that out. And now see the differences made us like controlled our eyeshadow. And then it might be a little tedious to have to do this, especially if you're like oh my god, I spent so much time on my brows. But you know, going back in with that blender Pro from Sonia G. Now I'm just gonna blend those edges out. Now it's changed the whole shape of our eye, because first we were looking like a little muddy and like a mess. Went in with that number 17 brush. I'm just gonna fix this little blending situation right here where we had the concealer, so it's not so stark, because I just really wanted that concealer to give the shadow something to grab onto, not really just be like, oh, it's got grace. Now I got my brow a little wonky, so I'm gonna go back in with my brow pencil. This is how I literally fix my mistakes. It's good to show this sometimes. People be thinking we don't make mistakes or we don't ever show them on camera, and that, baby, just ain't the truth. In fact, I'm still learning how to use this pencil. I really like this pencil, but I'm just like, I just act like I can't get it together about holding this pencil the right way. Like I was doing with my Anastasia brow definer. I'm like, it's the same concept. Like, why am I confused? Okay, so I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I got my lashes on and did the other eye. So I picked up my pencil brush and I noticed the all matte look, but you know, I just can't help myself. So I am going to go in with just a little bit of a gate on a little pencil brush. We're just gonna put a tiny bit there. I was gonna go in with Day Spring, but that is just such a thick and creamy matte or shimmer, excuse me. I was like, I'll just overtake the look. So I'm just gonna put a little agate right here where we put that shade Morgan, and nothing big. I'm keeping it real understated. You know, I love a good shimmer right there or anywhere. Okay, so this is the final look, so you can see it with the lips, and I added Flesh 2 by Pat McGrath, and I added some of her Bronze Temptation gloss. So I just love the way this look came out. I think this really reminds me like of a sunrise. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you these two looks, and just to see how you can get more use out of the palette. I have been loving this palette. Honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about this palette. Like I was saying before, when I did the first impression video, this just really makes me excited to see what else she has coming down the pipeline. Like, please keep the formula the same. Please keep the shimmers the same. Don't change a thing. Keep the price point the same, and just give us another fun, unique, exciting palette. Like, I guess I shouldn't say this is unique, because this has been done so many times over and over again. Like I said before, these are just kind of like shades I have, but I don't have. And I guess that's the thing where we fall into the trap with makeup. It's like we have these shades, but like, ooh, this formula, or just one or two other shades just get us in the palette. But honestly, I think this is just such a beautiful palette. It's very cohesive. You can get a lot of looks out of it. All the shimmers play well with each other. All the mattes play well with each other. I do think that Laurel and Agate, they are very similar. These two lighter shades up here, Laurel and Agate. So I do wish that probably Laurel was switched out, or maybe if not Laurel, Awakening, because you do have this dual chrome and then you have Aster, which is more purpley. So I think that that could have been switched out for maybe just one more matte, and maybe a matte that was maybe just a hair like darker than Morgan, so you still have another option to kind of go in. Otherwise, you just have Morgan and Morning as a transition shade. These two shades right here, so I can kind of see me going through Morgan really quickly, because I've noticed that like all of my looks have kind of started off with Morgan and then going into these darker mattes or these more punchier mattes. But I just love the citrine, the carnelian color. It is goodness, okay? Those colors, they blend out so well. You don't have to do much. You know, we're talking about bright yellow, mustardy yellow matte colors. You know, those colors do not tend to show up very well, okay? You have to do a lot to make them show up. And this, I just added the little extra concealer just to give it a little bump. Nothing much. Morning even shows up, which is a beautiful like eggshell color. Phlox, you know how I feel about Phlox. Phlox is, love it. Poppy, I love it. Aster, you're getting the gold duochromes, you're getting the purple duochromes, you're getting the frosted shimmers like azalea. You have mattes that coordinate with your shimmer shades, so you can do monochromatic looks, you can mix it up. Now, I heard one person say like maybe they might need a brown. That might be true, but sometimes I appreciate it because it makes you step out of your comfort zone of not having that brown. But I mean, I could definitely pull a brown in this palette. Like, I think that if I had brown and jasper with day spring, I think that would be beautiful, as well as even with agates or even with Phlox, you know, just to deepen up the look. And I think that's what's nice about options with makeup. You just have options. You can pull in, you know, this doesn't have to be a complete palette, but you darn near, to me, it is a complete palette. Like, you can take this on the roll and have enough to make a lot of different unique looks with it. And I just think that the mattes are so buttery. They're so creamy. The shimmer is so buttery and creamy also. And everything just works well with it. I haven't tried any shade yet that I'm just like, ugh, this is a dud. She could have saved this. So my overall final thoughts with the palette, I think it's a go. I think it's beautiful. The price point is right. It's definitely going to capture the spirit of a lot of other people, because they're like, yes, I can afford to try this. Especially like if I mentioned before, if you have bought a Huda Beauty palette at $65, and I think the quality, you can't really hold a candle to this, you can pick up this palette. And the great thing about this palette, I do believe is permanent, so you don't have to worry about missing out on this. This is just not like a one-time deal for this. So let me know what you guys think below. I'm just glad I was able to come back on camera and give you 2 more looks, because like I said, this is a permanent palette, so we want to make sure that we're getting looks out of our palette in our collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, I will see you in a video very, very soon. Please subscribe to my channel, because you know I would love to have you here. Please write me a comment down below, because you know I'm going to respond back and give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. That's my chat ass, y'all. Bye.